So I put out an ad in the Recycler, which is like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the Recycler.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Salt Lake, City Weekly or whatever.
City Weekly, yeah.
And I put an ad out saying like, I'm a drummer, but I also fuck with beats and like samples and computers and stuff like that, whatever. And because I wanted to join a band. And anyway, this woman contacted me. I met up with her. We went back to her place, and she happened to be a roommate of this dude, Jeff Critter Newell. He goes by Critter. It's
Critter,
Jeff Newell.
Of course. I'm sure he's a good guy.
Well, he recorded all of the early Ministry, like Minus a Terrible Thing to Taste, and Psalm 69, Lords of Acid, and shit like that. And he moved to LA. And at the time, because I walked into her apartment and I saw a fucking studio set up. I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking rad. Ended up like becoming friends with the dude. He was currently working on the Guns N' Roses Chinese Democracy record.
Oh shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so he would go in, I would get done with work and I would go and hang out with him for like 3 or 4 hours at night. And then he would go into the studio at like midnight, and then they would just fuck around. And there was like nights where Axel wouldn't show up like for fucking days and days. In fact, funny story, they recorded the drums for the first A Perfect Circle record at the studio because Josh Freese was playing on the Chinese Democracy record, and Axel just did a fucking no-show. So they're just like,
studio costs covered.
Mics are set up. Let's just let's do some shit. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. That's great.
So anyway, that dude taught me how to use Pro Tools, and that was like kind of like put me into the, all right, I'm gonna call my friends and start like recording my buddies and stuff like that.
That's